Yeah, it's a different area until you come up here and you see it.
Yeah.
People have a lot of preconceived ideas about Bakersfield, but you come up, there's a lot of fun stuff to see.
Yeah.
A lot of history.
You bet.
So
You bet.
we appreciate you taking the trip.
Absolutely.
So you're going to run for governor. You're running for governor now.
Yes,
What-
sir.
What in the world are you thinking?
Yeah, that's always the first question I get hit with. Yeah.
I bet
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
Give us your origin. What kind of, give us a little bit of your background. Where you from? What you did?
Yeah,
and so
you
forth.
bet. You bet. So, not from California originally, but have spent in total about 15 years in Southern California. But grew up in a small town in Iowa. Grew up, Grandpa had a pig farm. Dad worked in construction. Mom was a school teacher. Very kind of stereotypical Midwestern middle income upbringing. So grew up just south of Des Moines, a town called Indianola. It's about 10,000 people or so when I was
I've actually
growing
seen that.
up. Have you really?
Yeah,
Okay.
just on maps, and I think we
Yeah.
company I work for has some business there.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So grew up there, and after, well, I should mention one detail. When I was a sophomore in high school, I had an opportunity to go to Japan for a year. And I bring that up because that really opened my eyes to a much larger world than I was accustomed to just in small town Iowa. And so I came back from a year abroad, graduated high school, and just really wanted to see the world. So I joined the military. I went into the Navy, did a couple years in the Navy, injured my knee and got out on medical, but got to see a little bit of the world through the military. And then after getting out of the military, kind of hopped around a bit and landed in Hollywood, of all places, just after 9/11. So
now, what did you do in the military when you were in the Navy? What did
I was a sonar tech.
Okay. So,
Yeah, so it's on a frigate.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So now, when you're out in the ocean, how long?
I had somewhat of a unique experience. The ship I was on went in for repairs quite a bit. So, but we did some trips. We went up to New York, and but the most I was out to sea was probably about a week at a time.
Oh.
And we would just do little 2-day excursions here and there. But yeah, I was stationed in Jacksonville for about a year and a half. Actually was in San Diego for about 6 months after boot camp. So I got to see, New York. We did Fleet Week in New York City.
Oh, that
So
had to be
was cool.
exciting.
That was nuts.
I bet.
Never experienced anything quite like that. But so yeah, I got to see a few places. Didn't do any overseas tours, but it was still a good experience. Yeah.
And then you came out and went to Hollywood, of all places?
Yeah, so I got in the military, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And so I went to some community colleges and kind of bounced around, did some odd jobs. And I caught the acting bug and landed at a school in Hollywood, which actually just recently closed down for whatever reason. But so moved out to Hollywood shortly after 9/11, and that was also a culture shock. Again, growing up small town Iowa, then going from that to West Hollywood, California.